You're in the market to buy a Sunreef power catamaran, and specifically a Sunreef 80, and we are going to teach you how to buy that Sunreef 80 at the lowest possible price. Our company, Yacht Zero, what we do is we advise yacht purchasers around the world to make sure they buy the right boats at the lowest price. We are going to run through with you right now visualizations, data, charts of information of what actual buyers have paid, where the metrics on the markets are for you to make better buying decisions, and how to help you put that in front of the seller to make sure that you get the boat at the price that works for you instead of the price that works to protect the seller's interests and the broker's commissions. Sunreef 80s, incredible boats, really popular, and a little bit crazy as to how they've held their value. I just spoke with the guy at Moon Yachts the other day who started that company, who says I can build you a 110 Moonin at the same cost as a Sunreef 80. Now, while that sounds like a great value, we have to know that Sunreef is the big player on the block. So right now, this is going to show us how these Sunreef 80s have been selling over time versus what we have on the market available right now. You're going to see that the diamonds all the way on the side indicate the boats that are currently on the market. The cross all the way on the right indicates a boat that is currently under contract, which when you see that boat in 2026 is under contract essentially for what that exact same boat sold for in 2022. Absolutely bonkers the way this could be. Keep in mind, these are the charts that we're going to have on our website available for you, and you can always click around, filter, and remove information as necessary. If you're in Dubai, if you're in Italy, it doesn't matter. We can adjust these in real time so that all the information is up to date, but we encourage you to reach out to us. Right now, we're going to look at Manta, the 2022 Sunreef, asking 9.9. We know that back in 2024, another 2022 was selling for 8.173. So that means it's 21.62% over what the last buyer paid for 2 years ago. And the 2020 Sunreef, Ellen's Dream, right here, is listed for what it was all the way back in 2020 when it was a brand new boat. Granted, when you look into the details, it has new engines, it has a few various factors to it to make it have a higher value. This is insane as to how these boats are holding their value. So just to show you exactly how crazy it is, we are going to size up for the particular model year what the boats asking right now on the market are versus where they've sold in the past. Right now, you're going to see these diamonds, okay? The diamonds indicate the boats that are for sale right now. The circles are where they've sold. So this boat in China, yeah, that actually presents a nice buying opportunity. Right here, the circle is supposed to be above the diamond. This is what's sold. This is what's available for sale. So it's really wacky once you have this information in front of you to try and make sense when the whole market is priced too high. Where do you determine value? With that said, right now we have all of those Sunreef 80s currently on the market. When you look in this chart and it's sized by how long they've been for sale, right now it's showing us Manta, which we've already went over why it might be priced pretty high, has been on the market way longer than everything else on the market. Ellen's Dream new, the vessel over in China. When you look at this chart of where boats are supposed to be just on their price, man, until the 2022 models are at $8 million, I don't know. I don't know who's going to be looking or who's considering these boats at that price. We now want to compare how long these boats have been on the market versus how long it typically takes a Sunreef or a Sunreef 80 to sell. Okay, if we look all the way on the right, the Sunreefs typically take 295 days to sell. The Sunreef 80s historically have taken 73 days to sell. Well, meanwhile, we have Manta, which we've already talked about a bunch of times, just very highly priced. We now have 6 options on the market. That's a lot of leverage and a lot of buying opportunity for the buyers of these boats. It kind of indicates that the market as a whole is going to have a softening because there's too much inventory, and the one boat that has been for sale has been on way longer than it takes these Sunreef 80s to sell in the past. So again, Whatever power catamaran you are looking to buy, you just have to know that it comes with challenges of where you're going to dock it, what shipyard's going to pull it out, and what some of these power catamaran service providers are giving you versus some of the monohulls with more established service networks. Amazing boats, great platforms, very popular for charter, but again, at the end of the day, very special, very unique. You have to make sure that you know the numbers before you overpay for one of these boats, whether it's a sailing catamaran, power catamaran, whether it's a lagoon, whether it's a leopard, whether it is anything and everything in between. You need to make sure that you contact our team to give you real-time, up-to-date reports that have regional considerations, so that have up-to-date information. But again, this is going to help you make sound decisions like in your businesses. This is supposed to be the same concept. You need to put this in front of the seller because certain times sellers are never going to be presented this information. So it's up to you to leverage your negotiation as best possible. We here at Yacht Zero want to make sure that we are right there with you as your partner. So do me a favor, like this video, subscribe to the channel, and be sure to leave a comment, as that helps us find other people that are in the market to buy yachts and helps our team grow our small little yet effective business. So with that said, I'm Chris Mortimer. Thanks so much for watching. Happy yachting, my friends.